Cam, welcome. It's been a really big week. How difficult is it to kind of concentrate on your golf this week? Because you obviously want to play well. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a busy week, but it's I expected that to be honest. I had the last couple of weeks off. It was nice to just kind of relax. I think the last 3 or 4 months has been pretty busy for me. Lots of golf and lots of other stuff as well. So it's nice to take a couple of weeks off. I feel probably more mentally fresh than I have, coming down here before. But still a little bit of work to do on the golf, and the golf course looks great. So should be a good week.
We'll take some questions, and maybe Mon, you might be able to run the mic, or Tony. Yeah, we've got Evan.
Cam, what's the overall reaction been like with you bringing the claret jug down, but also for yourself? You haven't been home in 3 years. Has it been almost a little bit emotional?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've teared up a few times since I've been at home. It's been good. I think just seeing family and friends, stuff that I haven't been able to do for 3 years. It seems like there's been a lot of catching up going on at night times, and a few beers drunk as well. So it's been. It's been awesome. The reaction from one teamer here at Royal Queensland, the fans out here. It's been incredible. I definitely wasn't expecting that bit.
Where were you when Scotty brought the green jacket down 9 years ago, and can you remember much about that?
I remember maybe Scotty doing a signing or something, and he had the green jacket on down at Royal Pines. I think maybe I'm wrong. I remember that. I was a young professional at the time, and I wanted to get in the line that seemed about a K long to get a signature. So that was pretty cool to see.
On that, you know the impact then that something like that can have, that a green jacket can have.
Yeah, I guess so. I was kind of. I didn't realise how much joy and emotion that trophy brings out of people. It's insane. It's like they've seen a ghost the first time they've seen it. So, it's awesome to have it, and I don't want to give it back. I want to keep hanging on to it.
Don't blame you. What about the keys to the city? I mean, this is your home, and as we just said, only 52 have a set.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was only 52. That's pretty crazy. One of the boys mentioned that I'm the first golfer to get the keys as well, so that's pretty cool. I none of my wildest dreams did I think I was ever going to get the keys to the city. I thought that was for important people, not golfers.
Well, final one from me. You just said about the emotion, catching up for beers, coming home. You've got a job to do, haven't you, here over the next 4 days?
Yeah, absolutely. I think. Like I said, I had a couple of weeks off. I just kind of felt physically and mentally drained a little bit. The brain needed a bit of a break from golf, so took a couple of weeks off, did some fishing, come down here and just caught up with people. It's been a good little refresher. Got out here on yesterday morning, did a bit of work with Grant and played 18 holes. So the game feels like it's in a really good spot going into the weekend. Still. A few little things to fix up here and there, but, I've got a couple of days left yet.
Cam, you mentioned that you haven't been home for 3 years. When you were here last, you were a top 30 golfer. Now you're a top 3 golfer in the world. Can you pinch yourself on the acceleration of your career and where you're at now and what you still have to achieve?
Yeah, I guess, this year's been incredible. It's, I think... towards the end of last year, obviously not being able to come home, I had a lot of spare time, and could have been one of those times where I just laid on the couch and not done anything, but made a really big effort to, get in the gym and do all those little 1%ers that was going to make me a better golfer, and, to come out at the start of the year in Hawaii and do what I did there, and then it seems like the years got better and better, so... I wasn't really expecting it, but I definitely put the work in, and everything's just kind of come together this year. It's been unreal.
Scott Henn said yesterday he reckons you could win multiple majors by the end of your career, but how much hunger does one give you to win more? And
Yeah, I think it gives you, I think coming close in a few majors made me really hungry. I felt like I should have had one before this, but I'm happy this was the first one. It's something that I'll never forget. But yeah, I think I can do it. I think obviously, there's times when you do come close in those things that you do start to doubt yourself a little bit. So to knock one off definitely boosts the confidence a little bit. Yeah, and I can't wait for major season to start back up again.
Cam, why did you sort of flip that switch and decide to work even harder physically than you ever have this time last year? Was it just to make the most of not being able to go back to Australia?
Yeah, it was kind of actually boredom, I guess. Yeah, I took a few weeks off. Then we played in Vegas, I think, and then I took a couple of months off. So it was I didn't really have much to do other than go fishing and drink a few beers with the boys. So it was something that I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to see how far I could push myself and what I could really do. And I didn't really expect it to come together kind of so quick, but I'm happy it did, and I'm really excited of what I can keep doing. I really want to keep pushing myself and really want to keep making myself a better golfer.
Did it sort of give you like a blueprint for next year that if you do something similar, you could maybe even fulfil more potential in next year?
Yeah, I think I've been a pro now for 8 or 9 years, and I think it takes a lot longer than everyone thinks to kind of get that blueprint right. I think we've got it pretty close. I think there's a few things that we can maybe do a little bit better, but it's just doing the same stuff, just better. That's all it is. You just need to keep doing. I'm at a stage now where I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. It's not. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. I just got to keep doing it and keep doing it well.
Jed shot 22 under here in January, and didn't even beat his handicap, I don't think. Are you expecting to have to go large to knock him off over the next few days?
Old Jeddo's had a pretty good record around here. He's won the Aussie Am and the PGA. So he'll be someone to look out for sure. I think he plays out here a fair bit when he's at home, so he knows the course really well. I think the course is probably playing a little bit different, is that fair to say, than it was in January. So, I think the course is looking really good. This is as good as I've seen it. I probably haven't been out here for 5 or 6 years, but it seems like the grass is really started to mature a little bit. The greens aren't so grainy, and they're starting to firm up really nice, coming into the weekend.
And I know how much you love playing at home. Do you think using your new powers with the keys to the city in hand, you can convince the powers that be to get a live event in Brisbane or Queensland, once they've had a crack in Adelaide this year?
Yeah. If I had my way, I'd love an event here. I'd love an event in Queensland. I think if anywhere in Australia at the moment, I think it's going to be well received. I think the welcoming of live golf in Australia has been really positive. So I can't wait for Adelaide, but hopefully in the future we can get one here in Queensland somewhere.
We got one more, have we? Jimmy.
Cam, you mentioned last year and how you got a bit of a blueprint, but your scheduling next year will change a bit. You'll have a bit of a break. How does that factor into having time off, then working hard? And is that something you've looked at, or is it just going to be a wait and see sort of thing? Yeah,
I think it's. I think this break has come at a really good time. Given the amount of golf I've played over the last 3 or 4 months, and obviously coming back to Brizzy, it could not have come at a better time. So yeah, I'm really excited to have a break for sure, but probably come the first week after January, I'll be back into it, and really, like I said, just really starting to tick the boxes again, and see what we can do next year.
And how much of that break will you be talking to Lincoln Ty about that car that you're working on?
We might have a few days out the track, but like I said, soon as January 6 or 7 comes around, I'll be back on the sticks and in the gym.
Tony?
I've just got one, Cam. Your earliest memory of coming to Royal Queensland as a junior and being welcomed here or being in awe of the place, what do you remember first of coming to Royal Queensland as a kid?
Yeah, I remember coming out here with my old man actually watching. I don't know if it was the PGA or the Open, and it was the old course. And I remember being out in the river somewhere and just seeing a few guys play. It wasn't anything crazy, but that's definitely my first memory. Since then, I love the changes they've done around the golf club. I've been a member here now for probably 10 or 15 years, and yeah, the place is so good. The facilities here, for me growing up, I think definitely elevated my game, and yeah, RQ's got a lot to offer young kids for sure.
Are you still paying your fees, or have they made you an honorary member now?
I actually just got honorary membership on Monday, I think that was. So I don't know what's involved in that, but I've paid my fees up until now.
One last one from me. This is the realisation that jugs the realisation of a childhood dream. When did reality kick in over the past sort of 4.5 months?
Yeah, it still hasn't. I still can't believe it's here. I still can't believe I won it. The whole tournament seems like a bit of a blackout. I can't really remember much from the week. I've seen a few replays and stuff on TV, but yeah, it's such a cool week. The town is so cool there, and it really is the home of golf. It's got a different buzz about it.
All right, and I've got the duty as a presentation. I think last time I saw you it was a carton of a different kind, but anyway, welcome home. There you Tim Tams.
You didn't get the double coat? Cheaping out on me, eh?
Thank you, Cam. Have a good week.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, Marco.
Sorry, regardless of the world rankings, thanks. You're the best player in the world, but because obviously with like Liv not having any points, so in terms of these events where there are points, like sort of like up for grabs, like I'm not sure of the actual weighting, sort of how important is it for you to like do well at the moment, especially with like Liv not having points in terms of the what's the name rankings?
Yeah, I think since joining that, not having any points has definitely hurt me a fair bit, especially with the golf I've been playing. I feel like I've been playing some really, really solid golf. So, yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but, there's no pressure to come out here. I know the places really well. I know all three courses really well. I feel like, it's just exciting being back, and I think the buzz of the crowd and all that stuff's going to mean more to me than a few world ranking points. So I'll just do my best, and come Sunday, if I'm holding up a trophy, I'll love it. If I'm not, I'll still be loving it. I'm just happy to be home.
Cam, thanks for that. And I think that comment you made about the double coat, we may have fixed that.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks, Cam.
Cheers.